titanium. And I always refer to, like, my husband's a golfer, and they put
Now I'm
titanium
recording. I
in
forgot
golf
to hit it
clubs
earlier.
because it makes the club stay stronger, so it doesn't break.
We're just a little late in the recording,
right,
but here we go.
Who else would you learn? Okay. Helps distribute the heat away to keep the handle cool. Very good. How about you, Kim?
You stole my answer.
Okay, well, you're good. You can come up with another one. Nancy.
I had forgot about the heat not traveling down the handle of the stainless.
Oh, yes.
Is it stainless?
We just said that one.
Yes.
Oh, you just said that.
Who's not paying attention?
We'll come back to you. What did you learn?
I like the fact that the hem has the thumb,
The little thumb indentation.
and then the fact that you can take the liquid.
You only get one answer.
Hang it on the handle. It's okay. We like that.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay. So now you have to think of another one. Alexis, what you learned? You were in the room, but did you hear anything that was new? Okay. All right. Well, what's something you do know? What do you know about cookware that helps you sell it? Including rock.
The whole thermal resistant to shock that it can go from the fridge to the rock can do that? Yeah. I didn't realize that.
So fridge to oven?
To oven.
Okay. So if your oven is all preheated and everything, you can go right from the fridge. Not from the freezer, I'm thinking. Fridge. Okay. As long as your food is not frozen. Very good.
Straight from refrigerator to food source.
Perfect. Awesome. So that's a great selling point. Who did I need to come back to?
I did not know that stainless was dishwasher safe.
Okay.
And
Very
the
good.
other thing that I remember that Alexis actually showed me with the executive cookware about the heat distribution. You can actually put the ice cube on the middle of the pan and put your hand on it, and you see it actually melt. I think that shows, and people are always like amazed by the heat transfer.
Right. Yeah, that's a good quick demo, right? Absolutely. All right, Nancy, did you think of something else?
No.
Neither did
Okay. Well, I guess my training wasn't very effective then. No. All right. So now I'm going to distribute something.
very knowledgeable.
There we go. This is called, whoever has listened to the Let's Talk Bookings thing on Consultant's Corner. I'm going to need a complete pair up. I don't have like 16 copies of this. So get close to a buddy. Why don't you guys share? Valerie, Amy Rob, could you maybe come over here so you can share just for a minute? Are you sure you guys don't mind sharing? That's right. Okay. All right. Well, then you two share one, and you two share one, and I actually have one more. How did that happen? One, two, three. Here's a third. Here's one more. All right. So here's what you're going to do with this. I can't whistle. Quiet.
No, VIP.
Okay. Here's your assignment. You want to each of you in your 3 groups. One's going to come up with a Facebook post that will attract April cookware bookings. Okay. I'm going to give you a big piece of paper to write on. So that's your assignment. Think of something that you could post on Facebook. You can use anything you find. All right. This group is going to come up with a word choice to use on the phone to get an April cookware booking. Okay. And your group is going to plan a brief voicemail message that would attract April cookware bookings. It could be a message to leave for customers, guest hosts, or a message to record on your own phone. What? We'll come back to that. All right, so you get like 2 minutes. And I know that's like a 4-page document, so just scan it and pick out something that you think will help you. Go.
Yes, ma'am. Second page. Bottom.
Look, there's already one there.
Well, you know, you can use it, but also see if you can think of a way to personalize it.
Yeah.
And you have a pen or something to write it
Such a
with.
great show the last time. I'm maybe we can do this again.
Think of write it in big letters so everybody can read it.
Is that the big Post-it? Are those the big Post-it?
Yes, I know. There's a Sharpie. Do you want a Sharpie? Just put it back there when you're done. I have a Sharpie for you.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get more.
Well, we have or.
Well,
I like it.
Here you go. I want them to be able to read it. If you can, that's what I mean. Okay? Oh, this would be the time for the special day.
It is in your pocket, I believe.
It is?
no.
And I don't have want mine too.
It must have been the last.
Okay.
It's, I've got one, I think.
Everybody knows what's on it.
Yeah.
It's all.
Yeah.
It's an all. Yeah.
And then the break between 0 to 6:49 and then 6
Yeah.
and above.
Okay.
No, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize the same. Yes.
All right. 30 seconds.
That's a great opener.
$17
No.
or something.
1780, I think.
Yeah.
Free
And I
number.
remember.
Let me see what I have. I guess it was in the tear off in the last one, maybe.
This is where we are.
Yeah. I used to always be the last one to get it.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody ready?
No.
Which night?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can find it faster now. Maybe.
Thank you.
So because this is something else that I find helpful, the page protector, keep it in your shoe bag, because when you have questions,
I want the blue one.
why would I buy a deep covered baker versus a rock throw?
What is it?
The agua.
Thank you.
Aqua.
It's not. Tim should have done it.
Yeah.
Between which one?
You'll,
Will they just send the girl?
yes, because of your gender selection.
Well, that is.
I'm gonna go in there and put on my boy.
All right, we have to move along here. So let's start with this team right here. And you guys were tasked with coming up with a Facebook post to attract April bookings. So what did you think sounded good?
I don't know if you guys saw that, the picture that floats around Facebook, like a pretty rubber chip pans right next to that really ugly nasty pan. It's got all the little beans in it. And so we put on there.
I knew
In
better.
your cabinets, do you have pans like these? If you do, call me now. It's time to party and put 60% off sparkle pans with sparkling
All right. Good. Like that. Now, if you don't have that picture, get with your director. I'm sure they can help you find it. Okay.
All right.
Does anyone else have an idea?
Yeah, I want you.
No. Without using the picture?
Say that again.
An idea without using a picture?
Oh,
I kind of always use a picture on Facebook.
Okay, very good.
Catch your eye.
Right, because if you post something that's just words, most people are just gonna go right past it, okay? And also, you wanna keep your posts short and sweet, 140 characters or less, okay? If you start posting long-winded stuff, people are not gonna read that. I'm just saying, it's like the Twitter rule. Okay, team 2, what do you got
We're
there?
gonna be on the phone and we're gonna call some of our past customers that we knew that they really liked the cookware. And we're gonna say, oh my God, I remember how you loved our cookware. And immediately I thought of you when I heard that PC is offering our cookware 60% off in April. And then I'm gonna tell them if they do a $650 party, then they can also get the cookware sets at 60%.
Okay.
They want
Okay, very good. So you're making a warm call, right? Because this is somebody you know is already interested in cookware, has purchased maybe a piece in the past. Maybe they purchased executive, maybe they purchased stainless steel. Those people, almost none of them have a rock crock yet, okay? So pretty much anybody is a good candidate. So that's a great way to approach it is, and if you don't know how to pull up a report of who purchased cookware in the past. Now, some of you newer folks don't have maybe as much of that to draw on, but you can pretty much guarantee that no matter who you call, 99% of them do not have top quality cookware, all right? Unless they've been a Pampered Chef host before, all right? So almost anybody that you call, in this case, you're talking about people who've already purchased or put it on a wish list or something in the past. But if you're newer and you don't have a lot of those resources to fall back on, then, you know, the sky's the limit. Anybody is in your circle of influence.
Don't forget, if you're older, to go back into P3 and do the search there.
There you go.
Oh,
If you've been with the company for a longer time and you used to use P3, definitely go back there and print reports from P3, order history. Okay. Okay, group 3, and you have what?
The voice note message.
Okay, so
That could work for Facebook posts too.
awesome. Okay, and
Hello, so-and-so. This is your favorite Pampered Chef lady. How would you like to get 2 pieces of any cookware of your choice for 60% off? This is not an April Fool's joke. Contact me today.
I love that. That's awesome. Very good. I had some candy. I'll tell you.
I actually put that up.
We're going to collect your choices. So pass them in, and we will include them in our team meeting notes. So
Hold on, I need to get their picture.
write those down.
Hold on, give that to them.
Okay. And everybody will have that in the meeting notes. I just want to make a couple of pretty comments here.
You wrote it.
Very good. You
You need to see it. Fingers on the writing.
We don't want it. We don't want you to
You all can keep the Let's Talk booking transcript. You know, I mean, I know not everybody got one, but where can you find that on Tone's Corner? Who knows? Anybody can find it on Tone's Corner?
Is it under product?
No? No? Megan, did you know?
I've seen it.
I was thinking to go on the old site and then.
Okay. It is under the host specials. So when you go to promotions and recognition, and then you click on the
Do you wanna
special
do it
for
right
the
now?
particular month, over to the right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see the
You
PDF
wanna show
flyer, and then below that is Let's Talk Bookings.
Want to show it?
Right.
Okay.
Go back to glasses. All right. I wear my glasses all the
We
time.
always do the search too and find it that way.
Promotions and programs. Okay. And yes, it's here somewhere. Promotions calendar. Okay. So the home page down near the bottom, promotions calendar, and then over to the left-hand side here. Is that the left-hand side? Yes. You're gonna pick host special, and then you choose your month. Did I click it wrong? There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna go to April. Okay, so under resources on this side of the page, down at the bottom, you'll see Jane Miller's face.
Say look her face.
Right below Jane Miller's face. Right there. Okay, so here's the host special flyer. All right. Okay. And then down here is Jane Miller and the Let's Talk Bookings. You can listen to the audio.
See, you also see her in the consultant news. That's after.
The red-headed lady. So you can listen to the audio, and then you can print out this one, or you can copy and paste right into Facebook, right into emails or whatever, text messages. Okay. Thank you, Amy. And last but not least, I passed this around while you guys were working. This is something that was in a training from a year and a half ago, and when Rock was new. I love this. I take this to my shows, and I let people know, a little bit of the differences between, because some people are like, oh, what's the difference between the beach cover bag, or they're both ceramic. Yeah. So this is something good for you to study and also be able to answer some questions with that. And I think that is it. Oh, I did want to mention, there's some cookware on back order. Do y'all know that? And hopefully this will, be cleared up. But the griddle, the double burner, and the single burner griddle are currently on back order.
Not a propane, griddle.
The griddle, and grilled cheese sandwiches and that kind of thing. So they are hopefully going to be cleared in the next week or so. The 10-inch saute pan from stainless steel is also back ordered. Strange.
So weird.
And
I think it's because of the ports on the West
ports,
Coast.
right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking if they are getting in 8 inches,
They might not need it 8 inches.
oh,
They might have that.
I see what you mean. Okay.
So it's when they're
All right, thank you.
reordering their inventory.
I would have been worried about that for
and then the covered
I don't
roast.
understand.
FIFO.
The covered roasting pan, which was on stop sell, is coming back on March 10th. So that's next week. And then the roasting pan and the covered roaster are not included in the host special for April.
The covered roaster is not included,
Right.
but they can get it for half price.
But you know what is?
Yeah.
The stainless mixing bowls are also in the host special. So if you have somebody who's not in there wanting cookware, there is an option for them in April to get something for 60%
If anybody's looking for a covered roaster, I have one that I'm not using. It
Macaroni and
was
cheese in there, yo!
Displayed.
Okay, there it is.
Okay, so we're gonna jump into some recognition, and a lot of you didn't fill out any cards. I'm doing for you. So with your clappers, take one, pass them around. Yeah, I'll take this, please. I love
Aren't
it.
they awesome?
Amy, one of the ones that you got when I was with you that day?
Well, these, Laura brought them, but there were two more.
Yeah, aren't they? Oh, sorry. All right. Did you have any sales, Valerie? You need to write on here?
Oh, not from,
Okay,
not from,
February. Okay. All right. So who cooked something tonight to bring? Has anybody cooked any other recipes at home for their family to try out? Awesome. Amy, what have you done?
I did the meringue cake for a freezer in my workshop.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna try it with peach.
Ooh. Very nice. Oh, okay. Very nice. All right, I know we did a quick review in there here comes the dog. We did a quick review of recipes. Sorry for the distraction. Okay, so who has survived? Anybody survived their first show since the last first cooking show? Survived their first cooking show? All right. Anybody would like to toot your own horn for something you've been doing?
A lot of laundry. No.
Nothing? Anything? All right. So who earned the shopping bags last month? All right. I always say people will ask me in the store, so make sure you take them and keep them in your car.
It said it's somewhere, and I can't remember when it
What
was.
month? I thought it was maybe April they could buy them.
Hold on. April stuff is not in here.
I haven't seen it on the list.
No, I heard
You're like, you only got one. Last year we got one. This year we only got one. Okay, so, all right, so I've got some February stats here. We'll do some high five lining up here. All right, so this person received her first paycheck. Come on down, Valerie. All right, this person had no shows and no sales, but her phone has been ringing off the hook for March so far. Come on down, Megan. Give me a high five for that. That's working. All right, this person did one show in the month of February on top of a bunch of crazy stuff going on in her life, and her sales were $365. Come on down, Alexa.
catwalk said I got 2 bookings.
There you go. Now this person beat Alexis by 70 cents. Her sales were $365.70. She hit her $10,000 in career sales, and she has just over $4,000 to go to her raise. Come on, Amye, all right, this person did 1 show the month of February. Her sales were just 76 cents short of 600 with $599.24. Come on down, Nancy. This person also did 1 show the month of February with her sales of $654.83. That'd be Mary. High five, Mary. This person did 2 shows the month of February. Got 2 bookings. Got 1 new recruit. Her top show was $709 with sales of $1,221.95, and that's Kristen. And then our top consultant sales. She had 3 shows. Her top show was $529. Her wahoo was she got her grocery bags, and she earned 3 tickets in our ticket thingy, and her sales were $1,745. Put on now, Kimmy. All right, if you guys think you earned tickets and didn't write them on, make sure you check the thing, because right now Kimmy's going to win all 3. So, all right, so thank you guys. You can have a seat. And then, Amy, I wrote your card out. So
I was like, I didn't know it.
Laura, you don't do your card either. But I can't cheat and do yours. All right, so I'll just do this. Okay.
No, I'm going to switch it and have the one down the street.
As long as you didn't get your own.
It was the last minute show.
All right, so this person did 3 shows the month of February. Her top show was $1,150. Her sales were $1,884.
All right, so I'll go. Okay, so 7 shows. Highest show, $810. Wahoo, 8 shows booked for March. Those are cooking shows, plus a little gravy on top of 5 vouchers. February sales of $3,110. Tiffany for me.
And this person,
I don't know what it is. I have no idea. I'm waiting with bated breath.
this person had 2 shows, a high show.
Is that wrong?
That's
what it's because I just trying to learn Elmy too. I don't know.
Okay, a high show of $1,242 with total sales of $2,249.55. Amy Johnson.
That means you have a $1,000 show average.
That's what I'm
All
talking
right.
I did more. Went out and did more shows. I guess I just didn't turn them in yet.
Amy likes to stand back to the next one. Since we have Kristen added a new team member, I'm gonna let Amy. Will you come pick a envelope on behalf of Kristen so I can mail it to her? So you added a
Lucky
team member.
number?
So I have
3.
a 4, a 3. All right, there you go.
Okay.
Up to number 3. So what she's got.
Wendy's.
So I'm gonna mail that to you, and then for Bethany, who just added to her team, I will have this for Bethany, her key to her business. So
Okay.
Don't let me forget. I'm gonna put this over here with my to-do list right now. Okay, and then I meant to start the meeting off with this, so let's just rewind for a second. Does anyone know what today is? It's Dr. Tooth's birthday. So somebody gave me a copy of this today and told me to put it up on my mirror or something, those positive reinforcement things. So it says Dr. Seuss.
Oh, Seuss.
So it says you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. cute little thing that somebody gave me this morning at a meeting. So tonight, it's a great time to start fresh with the business since we are in a brand new month, brand new season. And I don't know about you, but I was ready to kick February out the door. So, woo! All right, so we're going to move on to the next training, which is about team building. And I do have a handout for everybody. Right here. And did anybody bring their consultant news? Mine arrived today, so I don't know if anybody had a chance even to look in their mailbox or even if they got it. But
Directors still get theirs early too,
no,
right?
I don't think so much. It's available online, like as of yesterday. If you'd like to go on there, and I'm really excited. We're now always going to get a paper copy and not have to worry about the digital copy. All right, so this is actually from page 13 in your consultant news. And in the fall, the past 2 years, we've had a Rock Your Team Challenge, and it was about team building. And the people who earned it got to go to home office, as you can see them on the nice staircase right there, and hang out and hobnob. You can on a better copy, you can see that Jean and Doris are right down there hanging out with all of them. So with this training, what I would like you to do is take your writing utensil and look at the different quotes that were there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 about. And I want you to put, an exclamation point by the things you already do in your business, and then a star next to something you want to start doing. All right, so I'll give you like a minute to do that. Unless you read slow like me, then you might need to.
There's pins right there.
Yeah, there's a bucket of pins in a couple different places. Yeah. I should have emailed. Kristen, do you know where to find your consultant's news online if you don't have a hard copy yet? All right, if you're on Consultants Connection, on the home page, on the very bottom left, there's a link that says, what did it say? Something bottom left, bottom.
All right, hold on.
And it says like your new consultant news.
Can you show her?
Oh, you know what? I could screen share right now.
Okay. Consultant news. It's the resources for you and consultant news right there. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so when you scroll down here, see this right here? Check out the latest version. And then there's the one that we're looking at. And then page 13 should bring up for you.
Okay.
And this is what they're doing, is they're looking at this page at the bottom and looking at the sections that they actually do currently and then what they're going to start doing.
Okay.
All right, so Amy Rob, what's one of the things that you currently do? Did you put an exclamation mark by any of these?
Yeah, but I did it backwards.
Okay, it's all right. So then what did you put a star next to?
The tri-stations, except I don't really do it with stations.
Uh-huh.
I haven't actually done one, but I was thinking about this. I think the station show has really helped take the pressure off people seeing themselves in the spotlight and being afraid of that. So I would encourage them to just jump in and give it a try. I've talked about it, like not actually station style.
But you've talked about that process.
Yeah.
Awesome. Megan, we'll just keep going around the room. What's one of these that you do?
That I would love to have you on my team, or you were so much fun tonight. Have you ever thought about doing this? Even if they say no, you just might make their day. So complimenting them or noticing someone in the group is like answering all the questions. I've taken my apron off before and like put it on them, and I've just like stood back.
That's a
and
good
everybody just
idea.
laughs, and they're like, "This is hilarious."
Because the apron does fit all. It is one size fits all.
I like it.
I know, right? Maybe bring another one.
Well, I said we needed to get you your own apron at one of my shows, and the lady was like, "Oh, yeah, I need one of those really bad," and we like put 2 and 2 together, so everybody in the room was like, "So they all knew." Hold on.
She didn't get it. That's
Oh,
funny.
wait.
Ah, very nice. Okay. Kimmy, is there one you could share that you do?
Sell it like a product.
Okay. So how do you do that in your shows?
I talk about everything that I've gotten for free and how much I've earned and how much I have. How little time it takes. You do a couple shows and hang out with your friends and you get to a lot of times I'll have like on my bags with me or just like sometimes it's a $9 kit, you get $600 for the product.
And that was your hook, was the free.
Yes, that's just one of the sneakers from like free.
And then maybe could you answer for Russ? Is there anything that he does when he's with you?
Everything.
Does he do all of this?
Normally he's that guy at the thing, like when everyone asks us, you know, do you have to do it like this? He's like, no, I'm just here to help her. And then when they ask me, my husband to do it, and then I tell him, yeah, I'll check it out. So
Okay. Awesome. All right, Nancy, do you have anything you can share?
I mainly do the stations,
Mm-hmm.
so I need to probably do more of all of this.
Okay. That's what we're here for, to look at that. So you've got a lot of stars then on your feet. All right, Valerie, do you have anything you'd like to add that you do?
Well,
Yes.
so one of the things that I would like to do is remove the me. That's what I would be done with. Remove the me and find out what people we have them get it.
Awesome. All right, Miss Donna.
I like I'd like to have you on my team. I think you'd be awesome. I really like that.
That does make somebody feel really good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ellen.
Take the first.
I'm reading that one. I have to read it again.
Like besides having fun, if you're to it, increase them for reasons. Everyone has different reasons. Mine could be yours.
And if you think about it real quick, like I just said, Kimmy was the product. Alexis, I always use you as an example because I was always telling her how much she would have made on the show that I was doing the work on, but actually she was doing all the work. So she was a catalog show recruit. And so even she just shared too, like she got 2 bookings on a catalog show, which is really not as common as it is for getting your 2 shows off the cooking. This does exist. It's not a unicorn. Okay, so the recruit can happen through that. So you always have to share with them what they could have made by doing that fun. So it kind of goes back to that app sheet that did a training on, and I can resend that out too. I always leave my hostess with what she could have made.
I do that because she did that.
Yes, so that's a really easy thing to pass on. Like you could have made, I did this, but you could have made the money I made. So does anybody else have something they want to start doing? Yes, Laura.
I have a little testimonial that's not my own, but that I listened to on a recruiting CD today. And Mary Christensen is a fantastic trainer.
Yes.
You have an opportunity to listen in on one of her trainings. But she was talking about a woman who came to a conference that she was at and said that she was there as a top achiever in her company, okay, props on stage and all that. And she said when she was not a consultant that she had been to like dozens of parties. Whether it was with the same company or with the different companies, I'm not sure. That wasn't clear. But the bottom line was she was looking for a business. And no one ever asked her directly, would you like to do what I'm doing? And she was waiting for somebody to ask. And after a while, she got to thinking that maybe she wasn't going to be any good at it because no one was asking her. Like that they thought she was no good. That's why they're fighting. So what an eye-opener I thought that was. That you should ask every person no matter what.
Yeah.
I was at a Mary Christensen training when Nancy Jo had her in town, and the night before, we were all at these round tables. There was probably like, I don't know, over 150 people in the room, and so we all stood up, and as they hit your sales number, you sat down this year. Well, there was this one gal that I don't know if I had crossed paths with her, like on the flight in or like in the van getting there, but she was kind of flighty. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, like she was giggling kind of all the time. And so when we were sitting around doing the sales, she was still standing up. And when they got to 120,000 in a calendar year, that's when she finally sat down. And so I got to know Cora, and we were talking or whatever, and she was on a trip, one of the Paper Chef trips that she had earned, and she sat down next to someone, and they were talking about whose team they were on, and they kind of had crossed paths. Well, Cora at one point had been interested in the business. The consultant that she tried to get interested never sent her any information back. And the person she was sitting next to was that girl's recruiter. So Cora ended up signing under someone else. And so later in the trip, that lady said, if you had been on my team, I would have made $6,000.
Whoa.
So just, you never know what someone is looking for. And that's why we have to say, you always kind of have to put it out there. It's not about you, it's about them. And I think Kristen's been doing a great job on that. She's in South Carolina, and she's been adding me to these three-way conversations with potential recruits. If they have any questions, they can ask us both at the same time. Or Kristen, they'll ask just Kristen in a private message, and then she'll turn around and ask me, and then I send the answer back. So don't feel like you have to know all the answers. I told you before that it took me 2 years to recruit anyone, and actually my recruiter recruited my first person. So it can happen. So this was also going to lead into that when we have our cooking show live, which we moved it to we have 5 Tuesdays in March. So it's the 24th. We don't want to do anything on St. Patrick's Day. I would like to drink some green beer. So it's what? It's Haircut Tuesday. So, okay. So what we would like you to do is this is part of your challenge. Since we talked about recruiting and how to make it a little bit easier, you've got some word choices. We would like you all to bring at least one guest to Cooking Show Live and the next team meeting. All right, it could be different people, it could be the same people, but what we were also thinking too is that this environment right here with the team training, like going over cookware and all that stuff, might be a little overwhelming for someone thinking about the business, but Cooking Show Live, the new consultant training, is a lot less pressure. So to get someone there. So put that on your piece of paper, circle it, star it, and an exclamation point like we just did on this paper, that you need to bring someone. Now, if it works out that you can't come, you can still send them and we'll take care of them. Okay, so don't, if you have a scheduling issue or, whatever, still get those people here. All right, so then I'm going to pass over. Cooking Show Live is the 24th. So I already have that. That event is already created, I think. And so is our April team meeting, which is March 31st. Right. Because of the way it's going. Yes.
Question. I have like 3 or 4 people, and it's happened a couple times before, where they say they're interested, they really want to do it, and they're right there at the threshold. What advice do you have to give them?
Can we do a 3-way call?
Okay.
That's what my director did with me. Is she said, and I said, I have someone who's interested, but I'm just like, I can't get them to step over that line. So she said, let's do a 3-way. Okay. So either in person or on the phone, and kind of see what's holding them back. Because it's usually like, yes, but we need to get over the but.
Okay.
And figure out what their but is. Yes.
I read it for a year, and we started doing that Texas, and all they did was watch.
They were hooked.
And I keep getting them to say that they'll come to the meetings, and they just don't.
See if you can get them to come to CSL. That's, I think, a lot less pressuring environment because we're not teaching as much, but we are.
And this is the way I have said it to the last couple people on it. It's less pressure than going to the show because you don't even buy anything. And you're going to the show, you don't even buy anything.
Gotcha.
It's literally there.
I liked it because when I came in, and you get to see the show, and I'm like, I really have to do it. Like, oh, yeah, that's what you do.
Yeah, you're definitely looking at it from a different standpoint than when you're a guest.
Yeah.
When you're just a guest of the show, you're just just having social. And so when you come to something like that, you're like, if I was doing this, I would blah blah blah. So
and that's also too I've taken a couple of you guys with me to shows. But let's say I didn't even know my hostess. Usually I'm okay with saying, hey, Susie, can I bring Alexis to something on my team to her show? Now, I could observe Alexis knowing that she'd probably behave herself. But what if I'd never met Alexis? And then she would go to a show with me, and I've never met my hostess, or I don't know her that well. It's just kind of awkward. What if she's a serial killer?
How would you feel if some strange person was coming to your home? I mean, a consultant is already enough of a stranger sometimes coming into your home, so...
We can just get the serial killers here, and we'll make sure we have knives close. We have dips on here too. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to hand this over to Amy. We're going to talk about selling product daily.
Okay, before we do that, I think we need to have a little break. I need my other papers too. Sorry. I was going to tell you, some All right, so wait, not so. We all know that Tiffany's Wonder Woman, and she can do 4 shows in 3 days, right?
Right.
How many of you do that? Okay, now to do. So there you go. No, but I did this weekend do 3 shows in 3 days. And so, a la David Letterman, I put together my top 10 things that you learn when you do 3 shows in 3 days. So, here we go. Number 10. It's not as hard as doing 3 shows in 3 weeks. Contrary to what you would think. You don't have to rethink it every time. It's just go, go, go. It's like when you're doing something at work or at school and you do it over and over, you get used to it, okay? Number 9, they all have to do the same recipe. You want brownies? No, you're not getting brownies. You're all doing the same recipe. Number 8, your personal laundry will pile up while you're gone. Number 7, do your dishes when you get home. Amy Johnson has a nice habit of leaving everything in her car till the next day. Not so good. Do it when you get home. Number 6, pack all your goodies, like if you give a season's best to your hostess, or if you have what's the Stealing Hearts bags. Do all of that for your 3-day week. Do it all done. Grab, go. All of it done. Number 5, this is when your freezer meals will come in handy.
Yes.
Number 4, write it down. You didn't say that, did you? And tell everyone that you meet at the shows that you will follow up with them after all 3 shows are done. Don't say I'll call you tomorrow, because you're not. You're gonna have a show the next day. So call them all when it's all done. Number 3, by now they're doing more laundry. Number 2, have a system for your paperwork, not just for following up, but for repacking your paperwork and getting all your order forms done. Like for me, I have my catalogs and everything this way, and when I get it back from a customer, I flip it around this way. So if I have a stack, I can just grab the stuff that's been used and redo. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And the number 1 thing that you learn is at the end of that weekend or stint or whatever, if your best friend says, I don't even have enough dirty laundry to make a load, you might want to stab her with a pair of salad tongs.
I have half the amount of people right now that she has. Yeah, I know this is too. I love that top 10. I will tell you, I remember the first time I heard a consultant say they were doing 2 shows in a day. I was like, oh my god, I didn't know to do that. Now I'm like, get a third one in.
Where's my nap?
I do need my nap time. So I do this Saturday. If you would like to spend Saturday with me, I will carve out a spot on the couch for that time. But I do have one. I'm doing one at 10 and one at 6.
Really?
And I'm doing Thursday and I'm doing Sunday. So I am essentially doing 4 and 4 days, taking Friday off.
Crazy.
But to make $2,000 in a weekend,
Yeah.
or to make that in your usual sales,
And then talk to her on Monday. Monday, she's not doing anything. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
she's
that's like,
playing bingo.
I'll play bingo and that's about it.
I mean, that's when she, gathers and redoes and does all this stuff.
No, I will do 2 different ones, but the Thursday, the Saturday night, and the Sunday, I'm trying to do I will coach them to do all 3 of them.
Yeah,
I told them we were waiting to taste everything y'all brought tonight before we decided.
my Sunday, I did Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My Friday and Saturday was the same recipe. And so then when I went from Saturday to Sunday, where it was a different recipe, I was really kicking myself. I really should have pushed her to do that.
And even if you are, like, I would pack your bags ahead of time. Even, like, we have 47 bags.
Yeah,
So
right.
I have done that before where I've done a vendor fair and then a show that night.
Oh my Lord.
And I've had, yes, it's painful, physically. But you gotta have your bags packed and have them in the car so you know which bag to pull out.
What is some of your wording to coach her
To persuade them into that way.
to
We're
say-
naked.
to do the same recipes? Because I'm having trouble with saying, no, this is the recipe we're gonna do. They're like, oh, how do we?
I know. I get
Okay, so what I would do if I were you is I would start saying, my recipe demo for the month of March is blah, 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 and not even give them any options and just say in March we're doing this and then in April we're doing this. And I think once you kind of get into that, then people will expect it and then they'll send you what recipe are you doing? And so maybe that'll kind of, but if you're not comfortable going there, then I mean, you just really have to hype it up. I mean, what I did was I was like whoever picked the recipe first, that's the one she picked. And so then the next one, I said, you know what? She was like, oh,
What's really popular?
And I was like, do you know what we're doing on Friday night, which is one of my favorites? And yeah. And I just sold it. I sold the recipe like I sell a product. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so tasty. Everybody loves it.
Now the call that was Sunday night with the Downey downline, Amy Davis, who's the sister director of the account. I don't remember which state she's in, but we asked her the same thing because she said all of her recipes, she's been in the business like 17 years and only does 12 recipes. And they're all from All the Best.
That's what I feel like.
They're all from All the Best. And her question is, do you want a dessert, main dish, or appetizer?
Yeah, give them options that you want the answer to. That's what I say about when you're getting people on your calendar. Yeah. So ask them that and then give them, options from there.
And she says it's like the same recipe, but if you think about it, our products have changed. So like you used to do a braid on a rectangle and now you do it on the new round stone. It's the same recipe, just a different vessel.
Yeah. Yeah. Does that help at all?
Mm-hmm. No.
I didn't think so. Because then you're picking from a collection, but you want regular
I put it back into corners because before I was always doing like 2 recipes.
Yes.
Like,
You backed it down to 1.
Yeah.
Get it down to 1, and if you have 12 or more guys, then
Right.
2. Well, I can guarantee we're gonna have to. So why don't we just go ahead and clear each other? Why don't we wait till we get to see how many guests we have? And they really push for that extra, and I have a hard time.
Now, I know one consultant that some of y'all will know too. She would bring the ingredients for that second recipe and she'd leave it in her bag until she got 12 people there. And she said, you better get on the phone and call your friends, come over. I'm not getting it out until you get 12 people here.
Yeah. So just bring it, but don't do it if they don't come.
If you don't have those 12 people there.
And I think too, if you're involved in the invitation area, if you're sending her something that she can text out or you're sending her words she can email, but put that in there. When we get 12 people, we're going to have this fabulous outside brownies or whatever. And so that's going to push her to do it. And maybe they'll be like, come on, you got to come with me, to a friend. Bring your friends. Always encourage them to bring friends. And you know what? Okay, here's another little tidbit. But I always tell my hosts when we're talking, I say, encourage all your people to bring friends. Because think about this. The average brought along friend spends twice as much as your average guest. Because when you're going to a party, you're not bringing your neighbor who only eats microwave dinners. You're going to bring your sister who loves to cook. If you're bringing a friend, you're bringing someone who's going to enjoy this party. So always encourage them to bring along, and maybe that'll help. Okay. But as far as making 2 people on the same day pick the same recipe, I mean, you may have to just say, this is what I'm doing.
Okay.
But I guarantee you it's going to work good for you.
Right.
Unless there's an allergy or something. That's the one thing I asked first now. I started to ask first. I have a lady, this is weird. I had my Saturday host. She's allergic to all animal products, so she cannot eat beef. She cannot eat chicken, but she can eat pork. It's really weird. It stems from a tick bite called alpha-gal. You can look it up. Anyway. All right, so we're talking about something different. Okay, we're going to step out of our shows right now. Okay, we're going to learn how to sell products away from our shows. Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Really quickly, write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and give yourself a little room beside each number. You can just write it on a spreadsheet. This is not for posterity.
I forgot the handout, so I can leave it up. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I want you to write down, and this is not like time, so you don't have to scribble it down. You can think about it. I want you to write down 5 products, membership products that you absolutely love, and try to have at least one new thing, and at least something that was in the catalog before the new stuff. So 5 products that you absolutely love, you can't live without. If you were going to a desert island to be stranded, you would take those with you. 5 things.
The desert island have a stove.
Yes. Oh boy.
Well, that's why I was thinking, do I need my grill pan?
You get 2 technicals that goes around, okay? The desert island kitchen. I need 2.
I need one. My body.
Yes.
Amen.
Number
1. 5 things. All right, when you get them down,
Wow.
you can work with a partner if you want, but
Got 1.
are you serious? Love your product, Donna.
I do.
All right, we'll scribble 5 down. Come on. All right, hurry up. Sorry. Just 5 things to love. 5 things to love. Okay, so you can work with a partner if you want, but here's what and you may want to take notes on this, but here's what I want you to do, okay? I want you to think of 3 ways to sell those products. Not 3 ways for each one, but 3 ways overall to sell those products outside of a show. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to think of specific things that you can say or do to kind of market those products. Not just market and make people want them, but also get the sale. Okay, you want to close the sale. The only rule to this is you can't say, I'll give you a discount. There's no discounts. Okay? No. Okay? So, 3 ways to sell it outside of a show. I'll give you a couple minutes. If you want to work with a partner, work with a partner. 2 heads are better than 1. Hey.
Crazy. 3 ways.
3 ways. 3 ways. And
I didn't even show how to use it. Just said open it.
oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I didn't even create any cheese. Wait, this is how you open. It was 1 minute.
Back and forth.
I felt like that. You should have seen my girl. They're asking me how to do that at bingo. I was.
It doesn't. We'll give you that idea. You'll never know.
It'll change. And then
We're trying to cheat. We're totally trying to cheat. Don't even.
no, I agree. Nice try.
Like before he was cutting it on. So I got something. Oh, she's
Yes.
I've also been meeting kids and then sure
You need more time?
I haven't used it.
No, still furiously right.
that's why
Yes.
All right, what did I put in the trays? Chocolate covered strawberries.
yeah.
You have to put in 2 cups or something.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that was. I don't even like it.
I'm definitely I'm putting iced tea in mine so that in the summertime. Yesterday, Drew this morning I said we put ice in my turbot. So he filled it with ice. I poured my ice. I said I didn't say I wanted ice. He said you said you wanted iced tea. And so I kind of explained to him that it waters.
Well, and if you take the closed cut and do your grapes and drop those
In your wine?
in some wine. Yeah, no, and freeze them. I mean, I used to freeze them in a Ziploc bag. Be like, what?
Really?
Yeah.
Grapes in wine.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, freeze the grapes and put them in your wine.
That way, ice. Yeah.
It's ice.
No ice cubes in
I
it.
did not know that.
I know. You're in charge of the wine when the apocalypse comes.
I do that at every show. Like, I feel like I never told you that. I do that at every show.
Okay, so Tim, that's a way to sell product.
There's one. Okay. Yep. All right, who else has it? And you gotta tell us if you're gonna raise your hand and contribute, and you all are, so you can have it. Tell us your 5 products quickly, and then tell us the tips. Who wants to go? Okay, Alexis. What are your 5 products? Deep Cover Baker, MFP, Rock, Shears.
And I was having the trouble with this, so I put juicer, but I think I use it so much. It juices so well.
Okay. This is just yeah. Okay. All right. So what's your tip? Here's what I do. Take notes.
I might not sell what I'm using, but I sell something else.
I don't know that. Okay.
Good.
So obviously I work in a big office, so I go up to the kitchen and I constantly do like cake and deep covered bacon in the microwave, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?" And they taste it, and then and then
And they're like, I have to have one of those.
and we have potlucks a lot at work, so I'm always making something or bringing it in. Like the other day, buffalo chicken, and I did it in my crock pot, but I did it all at work, so I had all my grater, my everything. Everyone was like, so I always smell stuff at work.
That's good. That's a good one. Take it along. Share it with them. Feed them.
I put something, pictures, obviously, like tools, how you use it, things that can make tips and stuff like that. And then on the third one, I put have a design workshop where you can further learn more and show products. I'll tell them how the products help you achieve fast, easy, quick meals for family.
Good. Anybody else want to share?
I nominate you, Robin, tell us about the synthesizer.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
So
so my
tell
five,
us your 5.
my 5 products are the synthesizer, the rock crush, the wine bottle opener, the chip maker, because I just got it, and the maker. And even though I don't have it, I really want the silicone or freezer thing. Yeah. So I say about everything that people touch, it'll change your life. So if they come and use anything in my kitchen, they're like, "Ooh, what's this? What's this synthesizer? It'll change your life." And I actually said that to my husband today. He's got one in Boston. But he was going to cut an onion and scares me with a knife. So I can just I picked up the dish rack and I handed it to him. Use this, it'll change your life. And he's like, "Go on." But then the thought I meant he wouldn't cut his fingers off and would be able to work with it.
Question is, did he buy another one?
Or taking my finger off.
Yeah.
You know, Taylor's gonna hate me. What are we talking about? I don't know. She didn't. Who else wants to share? Kimmy, what are your 5?
The new one that I really love is the Close and Cut. Very fresh peers of garlic peeler, king cover baker, and the wine bottle opener.
I like the idea of garlic peeler. Just didn't feel them.
I
Feel garlic. I love it. I love it.
think it shows a lot when people are on a budget. It shows us lower end.
Okay, I gotcha.
But it's something more affordable that's an easy gift. So sometimes I think people just assume it's expensive.
Right, yeah, they do.
So I love that. I'm like, hey, it's a great stocking stuff on Mother's Day, whatever. And that's my favorite cheap
Little
item.
tool. Okay, cool.
And I like to start with just like small, quick pictures up on Facebook. And that was kind of how the video started because I took a picture of the easy fit silicone cover.
Mm-hmm.
And when my girlfriend started asking me these questions,
I heard that.
so I was like, that's how I did a couple different videos. And like one video just led to the next, which led to the party, led to where I'm at right now. So I like to start with small pictures, whether it be like taking a picture of our dinner on the white round stone or just things I see other people post. I still got stuff on the time.
Absolutely.
And if I start to get attention with it, then I'll keep going a little bit further so more people will see it because I'll look at the top of their thread. And then I'll start introducing, like slowly, after like 10 or 12 people interested, then I'll start posting pictures or videos or more. And the other one is I definitely like my parties or barbecues. Last housewarming I went to, I did the fondue and I put it in the cool and serve. And I literally put it on the table, and by the time I took it to the house and I came back, everything was gone. And all the other food was on the table except for the fruit and all the and then everyone was oh my gosh, where did you get that from? I'm like, oh, it's different chef. I mean, I've been doing for years. I'm like, how did I get that?
Nice.
I think you are one of our Facebook posting gurus. You're good at that. You always do really well with that. Anybody else want to share? 5 tips? Cool. All right. What are your 5?
Rock coffee, great food chopper, cooling syrup, and my seasonings of raspberry habanero. Like I have fully stocked. I don't use but so I have my Swiss belts on my table. Like it lines my countertop. When people come over and they instantly are like, "Oh my god, look at all this!" I'm like a non-showstopper. Apparently, but the thing is, the food chopper actually. Everybody at Tiffany laughs at me because that's been my stress-free tool in my house. Anytime like if I'm gonna start driving me crazy, here's me on my food chopper. He like goes away. It doesn't even like I'm not doing anything, but it's a symbol now. So it's crazy. I'm like, oh my god, I need my food chopper so bad right now, and my friends know what I'm talking about because I sell it in the show. Like I'm like, you don't even have to do dinner. If you have that day, just pop out the food chopper, give it a few slaps, and it's like this awesome stress tool, and it's fun. Okay. That and I've been in the garden before, and I'm like, damn, I need my chopper. I want some salsa.
Oh, that's okay. So good deal. Anybody have anything else they want to add?
I know.
Okay.
The one thing I haven't heard anybody say was, and this is like kind of almost a no-brainer, is using your catalog tote. I mean, you can put your catalog in your catalog tote, or you can take a flyer or anything that's a really great picture of food, not product. Food in the product, obviously, but that's what gets people's attention, and that is almost always a conversation starter.
So that and logo wear.
Along those lines, we were at the dentist the other day, and it was just about nap time, so my 2.5-year-old was starting to get crabby. So I handed him my phone, and then the hygienist walked in, and she's like, "Pamper Chef," I had my phone, the new phone cover, and she was like, "I want to have a party," and I said, "I will bring you a new catalog. I just got some."
Yay!
So
Gotta
put it in my 2-year-old's hand, and there you go.
Sounds like there's a stampede.
Well, now give it to my friend.
Let me just smell
All right, so we want to take a minute. As directors, we get the chance to network with other directors, and sometimes we hear really good treatment they've done with their students, and we steal it. So we wanted to share with you a little bit there. One, we all use Facebook, and we all see its potential as a marketing area, but it's always better to be in person, right? We're still going to use Facebook, right? So we may as well use it to the best of our ability. So we wanted to talk to you about when want to talk about good posts versus bad posts. So, what catches your attention when you see a Facebook post? A picture. And we kind of touched on this earlier. Big words, all caps. You sometimes stop and you scroll as you're scrolling through. Okay. Pictures, we said. Food.
Oh, yeah.
Catchy phrases.
Take him outside, Mia.
I noticed that as I am scrolling through, if I see something that's moving, also, so videos catch my eye. All right, so let me see where we're going. Okay. What makes? All right, do you stop and read every single word on Facebook? Do you stop and read every single post, every single word? No. Could you? I don't know. Okay. So what makes you stop and read it though? Why do you stop? Really think about it. Why do you stop and read something? Truly think about the last thing that you had to hit more on. Why did you do it?
Because it said the word famous.
Keep it classy, what do you mean? Wow. I did it. I totally did it.
I'm sorry, I love BuzzFeed, and so.
Oh, okay. So you know that they're going to get funny stuff there.
Yeah.
Okay. So anybody else? What makes you stop and? Anytime I see a picture of a small animal, I'm going to read it. It happened.
Cute and fuzzy.
Put a chihuahua on my dude cover bigger, probably feel more.
Oh.
I mean, usually it has to be something I really care about. Like if it's somebody I know personally, and they're, there's some history that I already knew about. But other than that.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Somebody that I know. So history, developing a relationship. That's really good. The other thing that I read recipes. Like that's me.
Oh, yeah.
Personally, I read recipes. So when I see a snapshot of somebody's dinner plate, maybe not so much. But when I see one of those, like the recipe pictures, there's a difference, don't you think? So I would stop and read that. And especially when it's like 5-minute cake or 5-minute chocolate or something. Click here. I'm like, like a easy, fast, like that kind of stuff. So now the examples I'm using here, because I want to throw some things out to you to see what you think. I don't want to give you examples that are current because we're going to work on that in a little bit. But here's some examples from the holiday season. So think about this. Which post would you stop and read? Okay, I'm going to give you two. So post number 1 says, now booking November. Let me know if you want to have a party. Option 2 says, all caps, oh my goodness. Wait till you tempt your family with leftovers. What? Leftovers? Yes. Leftover turkey turns into a completely, all caps, different meal when you shove it inside a crescent roll with lots of gooey, gooey cheese, celery, craisins, and mayo. What a great way to hide the turkey. I'm featuring this recipe at my 2 next openings, November 15th and 18th. Grab 10 of your friends together and learn how to hide your leftover turkey. Which one would you stop and read? Yeah, because the first one, I don't even have to look at it. I don't have to read it to know what it says. I didn't scan that, and I already know what that's about. The second one, I'm like, leftovers, and I stop and read it, right? Okay, let's examine this again. And you know you've seen this, because you know when you're in business, you know other kinds of things. Okay. Mm-hmm. Who wants to have a party with me? Would you put okay, how about, let's see. How about the holidays are upon us? This one is upon us. How would you like to get all your shopping done from your CD instead of your feedie? I have gift items for every person on your list who eats. And best of all, free returns picked up from your house. Let's see. Oh, no, didn't do it. Sorry. How about I'm booking my next Dinner's Done workshop on February 23rd. Who wants to come? That one I would almost stop because I almost had a date. I'm like, what's that? What's the date? I have to do something. That's great. Okay, so how about this one instead? How about dinner time stressing you out and costing you a ton in drive-thrus? If I can help you put 10 meals in your freezer fridge in about 2 hours for $2 to $3 a person, would you be interested? And then, so, well, then you need to come in next Thursday workshop. Okay, so being careful of which way you post it. Definitely. Do you see the difference there? And we can all get in a rut of posting the wrong thing. So if you are aware of it, you can help. So the other thing that's important is tagging. Now you said you were talking about you do something you get more interesting to do. Will you elaborate a little bit on that?
Typically, I don't like to address anyone personally. I just put it out there.
Right.
I don't push at all, and I am going to shut off. Mm-hmm. So I try to keep that in mind whenever I am posting. I want to keep it as vague and open as possible, and just kind of like you said, you like the recipe. They're like, fine, recipe. If I think something that's neat, I post it, and I don't say anything about it. I don't say, hey, you need this for your kitchen. You need to buy it. I let them see it, and then according to who likes it, if they like it and they don't comment, I might message them and be like, hey, I saw that you liked it. If you have any questions, just let me know. And I leave it at that, because that leaves the door open for them to come back to me and not feel like they're cornered into, oh my God, just because I liked it, I have to buy it now. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, hey, if you have any questions, let me know. And a lot of my friends I know, like Jenna, she will just keep going until she can see it for herself. So, but by letting her go a couple times on Facebook, I know it's going to, like I said, it'll go to the top of someone else's feed and they're going to see it. Mm-hmm. And then that creates more interest. And if I get enough people liking it, or if it starts happening pretty quickly, I'll go ahead while it's hot and either take pictures or do a quick video. So that way it's just like they saw the picture of the Easy Fit cover that I actually sold for Becky Dowd. And all I did was save it and re-hit and share. Mm-hmm. And then once people started liking that one, that's when I did it. And then Jenna, one of my girlfriends, started going off on it. And then I did a couple pictures and I'm like, you know what? She's still not going to stop. We're just going to do a quick video. And it was still like bit, bam, boom, but I had enough people liking it to where I didn't wait 3 days and then post it because then people are like, what's that? Right. But at the same time, you let enough time go in between where you're not like browbeating them or into pressure. They feel like they're still in control of it, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's good. I think if you have people who have been interested in something, if you're friends with your customers that you know they're interested in, I don't think it's a bad idea to tag them if you're talking about something. Like if you know you had people who are like, oh, I love the can opener or something, and then you tag them in your video of how to use a can opener. It's a video we can all use. But one thing to be conscious of is pictures, okay? And we were talking about this when we were planning the meeting last week. There was a consultant who posted a picture of a steak she had done in the grill pan. And I'm sure the steak was delicious. It looked horrible. It was the whole pan, and I get the theory behind it. I want to show the pan I cooked it in, right? I want to show product. I don't want to just show food, right? I get that. But all the juices were pulled around the steak. And the steak, it was a thinner steak, so it had curled up on the edges. And it didn't have dark grill marks. It had like grill marks, like that maybe it touched the grill pan. And it was just horrible. It looked slimy and gross. And it was a picture of the entire grill pan and her kitchen table. And so you have to think about, when you're taking a picture, start to pay attention to the pictures that you see in magazines that are with professional recipes. You know, a lot of times they'll cut the pie and take a picture. Here's the pie on the table from right here, not from the top, but from right here, and get the inside of that beautiful pie. You know, or if it's a steak, there's, you know, steak and potatoes and green all on one plate. And there's not, you know, my kindergartner's homework in the side. You know, so watch that. And it doesn't, you can zoom in on something. You can totally steal pictures from other people. But be aware of that, because you don't want to post something that turns somebody off or makes somebody, you know, go past it. You're trying to draw people in. So what we were thinking was, our team page is a great place to share. And we're all happy to share. I mean, if there's stuff that, now you don't go and post somebody else's video. That's weird, because that's another person. But, that would be weird, right? Wouldn't that be weird? What did you do?
No, I wasn't gonna post it. I was gonna.
Anyway, but if you have a picture or a post that you think is particularly effective, or if you want to know, post it on the team page. Hashtag it, because we like it. Hashtag, what's our hashtag?
Sample post.
Sample post. Hashtag sample post. We'll all see it. We can all say, you know what, you should type, you should do this, you should say this. Take it or leave it. It's a free advice, okay? And then if you've got it up there, then I'm like, oh gosh, I need to post something about the cheese grater. Then I can search hashtag sample post, and all those will come up, and I think, oh, there's that really good one about the cheese grater that so-and-so did, and boom, done. And we can borrow it, share it, use it. Does that sound doable?
Yeah.
Do you think that would be nice and helpful to have that kind of resource? Okay, so there you go. Hashtag sample post. And then let me see. The other thing I want to talk to you about, totally switching gears. This month, March, you do 2 shows. What do you get?
The bank cup.
No, the
Help with cancer.
stuff.
Help with cancer. When do we sell it?
May.
May. All right, so these are the products that are going to be pink in May.
Yeah.
So it's our little teeny brush. It's going to be pink. You're going to remember all this pink. The tomato knife is in pink. Candy scrapers in pink. Sell them by 2s. I mean, they don't come in a set of 2, but you need this. They need 2. And our small flexi mat set of 3 in pink and white. So you're going to get these products for free when you do 2 shows in March. They are not available for sale until May, but you can certainly advertise for them ahead of time. And now that you know how to talk about products when you're out and about, you can be selling these bad boys before May even hits. You might even have enough to make a turn catalog show in May 1 for just pinkies.
And then
Okay?
you can be, get your green.
That's right. And then you'd be green before the meeting. Told you it's doable. So don't forget your pink. All right, I think I'm done. I'm out.
You're right into announcements. Don't even move.
Oh, okay. That's Nancy. Nancy does
Oh,
announcements.
okay.
Seems like a lot of y'all have done some announcements already.
Yeah, we do. We do that.
Y'all are doing real well.
We try, you know.
Now, let's see. I need to get into that. I'm sorry.
Do you want me to hold them over here and you stay over there?
See, no. Yeah, that's
Come over here
Go
so
ahead.
that Kristen can see you.
Yeah, start that.
some of them I can't hardly even read.
Do you want me to hold them over here?
No, because I can't read them there either.
Do you need glasses?
Do you need
a bigger copy? I can have a bigger copy.
Actually, can you read this one?
Yes.
Because I can't read it at all.
All right. Oh, Jesus.
No, that is small.
Yeah.
From Chef Amy. To me. Wait, what?
I don't know what's, she had said
No
some
dates. No
announcements.
dates. It's
The
mostly dates.
2 show for.
I think she's already told us.
Fish show
about
promo.
this.
We talked about that.
Okay, recipe night will be on 3/24. We already talked about that with Amy.
Oh, it is
taking
me?
the spotlight.
I don't know. You guys can figure it out.
Maybe
whatever.
somebody's going to be here cooking.
It's either Amy or Laura.
One of the 2. Someone's gonna cook for you. Say that right.
Yeah,
Get time to bring guests, hosts. et
Great
cetera.
time. See, I can spell.
Great time.
Oh, okay.
It's a great time.
Well, the event is on Facebook.
Don't worry about that part. I'll take care of that in a minute. Keep going.
Okay.
April meeting.
That is small.
April meeting is March 31st because of spring break. Make sure you close out your shows before the meeting.
Because it's month end.
It is month end. But you got till 1 a.m. I'm just saying. Join a director for a show list.
It's really not good.
Amy and I and Laura there's a document on the Facebook group that lists all of our shows that I have put my dates in, but Laura and Amy have yet to put their dates in. So you can tag along with one of us to a show.
Got a show on Friday. So every day.
There you go.
March 6th.
Is that all that's on there?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got conference.
And we already talked about the other one. So here you go with your small.
Thank you.
No, you should really beef that up. Bigger font next time.
I ran it real quick before I left.
I know, I
for
understand.
work.
Okay, I didn't go to bed.
Sorry.
Sorry. You
But I had
no,
already printed everything else
Okay,
at lunch,
all right.
my 5-minute lunch break.
Okay, all right.
Conference is July 16th through the 18th. Registration fee is $200.
Are we talking about that now?
Oh.
We
Well,
got
that
a director's
okay.
email. I don't think
It doesn't matter because it's not advertised. So. Because there is a little bit of a expense for you guys. You got to pay hotel, airfare, registration fee. You have to start saving now. Like you really do. You got to think about it now because it'll add up quick. So we probably next month will be introducing a way for you to earn some cash for conference. So you'll have a little bit of cash when you get there. If you don't go, you don't get it. So go.
Well, and the reason we're doing that is because there was a director's email that went out, and in years past, we've always been able to earn conference for your half price. Due to the costs and everything, they are going to be removing that benefit that we have had in the past. So everyone will be paying conference registration, and so we will come up with some way for you guys still to earn a discount amongst us. And then the other thing they're taking away, which I didn't think was a big deal, was they're going to take away the group breakfast, which just means you can just sleep in a little bit longer.
Awesome.
Because you can just get a granola bar or a Starbucks or whatever.
Honestly, I was never hungry for lunch because of breakfast.
Yeah.
I love bacon.
Amy went for the trough of bacon. I rather so those are two changes that they were just announced.
Just have bacon for lunch.
I have a question.
Say that again, Kristen.
Is there a way to know, so we can start tallying up how much we need to start saving? And is it a good idea to book tickets now, like our airplane tickets?
Yeah, especially since you're coming from a different part of the U.S. I would jump on whatever flight is most economically benefit for you. And
a lot of them give, if you watch the prices from when you purchase on, because if it gets lower, a lot of them will refund. Right?
Yeah, because I've been looking all day and I found one for $313, and I'm like,
that's good because I would say get it. My flight that I looked at right now, leaving here on the 15th, arriving at 10 or 11, and then leaving the night of the whatever that Saturday is, coming home on the 6 o'clock flight. It's $360.
Okay, I just don't know if I should wait or if I should go ahead and start doing.
No, I would definitely start. So we have a list of last year of costs. Really, it's the $200 registration. It's the hotel, but depending on how many people we shove in a hotel room, it's usually equivalent to one night's stay.
Okay.
Okay, and then the flight, hotel, registration, and then a couple meals and incidentals.
Okay.
So I usually say $700. 7 to 800, and then there's also things to buy at conference. I always go to the Merrill store, which is the logo wear. So I always have money stashed for that. It's another business expense. Surprise boxes, if they have those, that's a good thing to buy.
So that 800 would be to bring for the hotel and like that.
800 altogether. So that should be your 200 registration, your 300 flight. Okay, so maybe 1,000. They were saying 800 to 1,000. And so, like I was telling you before, I have envelopes here for any of you who want to send me money to put on an envelope for you as a savings plan. We can do that. Kristen, you can PayPal me that, and I'll do the same thing for you.
Okay.
If you want.
Can we write off?
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Can you write off the one?
Yes. 100%. You can write it all off.
So let us know when you're flying, what you're doing.
I already posted it on the team page probably about a month ago, 3 weeks
Yeah, but
ago.
you weren't sure yet.
I'm taking. I mean, that's the flight I want. So, y'all, depending on I know everybody has their own preference with airlines, and also their time. Amy doesn't I'm taking the 6 a.m. flight. She's going to take the 6 a.m. flight, so it doesn't bother me. But you and I left the same time, so. And in years past, we used to all fly together on Southwest because Southwest was the cheapest way to go. Right now, it's not necessarily the cheapest way because of baggage and all that kind of stuff. So I say whatever the cheapest way is for you to get there, then we'll coordinate. There's going to be plenty of people flying into the 2 different airports. One is 5 minutes away from the hotel. O'Hare is 5 minutes away. Midway is 45 minutes to an hour. But there's going to be a lot of people flying there anyway and limoing it or taxiing it over.
If you fly into Midway, your best bet economically to get where we need to go is the Go Airport shuttle. They said it in Consultant News, and it is true. And if you book that shuttle when you book your flight, book it round trip when you book your flight to get you there and back. You get a better deal. So you really do. I've used that in years past.
You really want to go choose your tickets.
There you go.
I know. Is the extras the tours and stuff? Do they cost extra?
The home office tour. I can't remember if that was an extra cost the year I did it or not.
Okay.
I think there is a charge.
I want to say there was a charge, but I can't remember because we took a charter bus there.
Okay.
Totally should do that though.
Yeah, that is definitely a must for any new consultant or anybody who's never been on a home office tour. You have to sit on Doris's toilet. I mean, that's what I did when I went. Everybody sat in the desk chair. I sat on her toilet.
In the home office
with my pants on.
I always have
Really?
Yeah, thank you right on that one. All right, any other announcements?
The other couple announcements, when you sign up this month, they will get the Deep Cover Baker salad choppers and the dinner in the Deep Cover Baker cookbook.
Nice.
And when they qualify, you get $30.
Yes.
And 3,000 points.
And 3,000 points towards your trip.
Now, also the bottom of that flyer, if they don't want a Cover Baker set, did anybody notice? We got 100 PC bucks. So which set do you want?
They could use some new products too.
Yep.
Right.
So if they're
They'll get the other $100 for qualifying with.
so really they'll get $200.
Yeah.
And then there is a limited time offer, must have gifts for mom. It's from March 1st through April 30th. There's looks like 4 different sets.
Here's the color. Here you go. Here's the color.
Oh, you've got it right there. So.
I already kind of advertised them on one of my shows and said they're great for moms, dads, grads, showers, all that stuff. You don't have to use them just for Mother's Day.
And again, thinking about summer.
Yes.
April and May.
I can't wait to get the beach towel.
Can't wait to go to the beach.
You get the service tumbler, and 2 shares in May, you get the towel. I'm ready for the beach.
That's April and May.
It's April and May.
All right, I need to update my thing. Okay.
April and May. And I think that's all I have. I think everything else has been covered.
Are you going over guidelines now?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about cooking show live.
While you do that, I'm going to get the raffles together.
Yeah. All right, so Tiffany, I think we'll be posting maybe the invite that we talked about.
I didn't get it formatted right. I couldn't.
Okay, we're working on giving you something that you can have in your hand, or formatting something, or giving you wording of something that you can have in your hand. We were looking at making a label, stick on one of our postcard invitations.
Let me show you the example that I did.
Okay, so that you always have that with you. So when you're at a show and you meet someone who's interested, maybe a little bit interested, you can give them an invitation. I'd love for you to join us at our next cooking show live. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Would you love to have that on hand?
Yeah.
Okay, because like Tiffany said earlier, you don't know. It's weird. I would not hesitate to take any of you with me to a show. I know you are a team member, okay? But I met a lady on Sunday, Madeline. She's sort of interested. I don't know her, and she had on unicorn pants. And so I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. If you meet her, when she it was a pajama party for her pajama pants. But you know, you don't know. And so you don't want to drag them somewhere. Plus,
sure I'd take you somewhere, Amy.
plus the other thing is, if someone comes to a show, if you all come to a show with me, you know how to be happy. Okay? If they come to a show with me, they might be really happy and they might have a lot of questions. I don't have time to answer your questions. I'm trying to take people out. If I'm more So new consultant training Future Live is really the place for people who are interested but just not ready to jump in. Okay? We definitely want you bringing them here. All right, now here's the thing. A couple things I'm going to talk to you about. One of the reasons we do this also, and we try to offset it by 2 weeks from our team meeting, is tonight we have a meeting. Maybe I have a show tomorrow night and I meet someone who's interested. Maybe you have a show tomorrow night and I meet someone who's interested. You have to wait a whole month before they can come to a team meeting. Okay, so if we just have 2 weeks, at least we're not losing that interest. All right, so we're trying to keep it offset by 2 weeks. All right, so who are we intending new consultant training cooking show live for? Who's our target audience for this? Potential recruits. Anyone.
New consultants.
New consultants. Hosts. Every host should get an invitation. Before you leave her house, every host should get an invitation. I had so much fun pampering you and your friends today. I would love for you to join me at our cooking show live next time. Here's your app thing or your paper, whatever we call it. And you could have made this much money if you were me. Please come with me on the 24th. Okay? All right, so let's talk about this. We especially gear this toward people in their first 90 days. People who don't know how to show themselves yet. Maybe you're scared. Maybe they're hesitant. Maybe they have questions today. And just a guess, like we said. Anybody, but you guys can attend the show at any time. Okay? So you don't have to have cooking show live. Do you see what I'm saying? We don't have to do it for you. We like for you to come. But really, your admittance ticket is a new person. Bring the new people, okay? That's the deal. If you're in your first 90 days, first year, whatever, come to Cooking Show Live all the time. The rest of you need to find a person to bring with you.
That's right.
So, here's the invite. And we'll work on this. I mean, this could be even a sticker you put on a mini catalog. We don't know. But
I have a ton of the old postcard invites. So I'm assuming the label I can just pop on the left-hand side that said our next training event is.
It says, I would love for you to be my guest at our next Pampered Chef event. There's a blank space, so you can keep 5 or 10 of these in your bag and just write in the date. Okay, it's got the address, love to go online, and then if there's questions, call or text me, and you can have your info down there. You can make this yourself. Do something. Our challenge for you this month, or for this next week, within the next week, is to somehow create 5 of these in some way. And it doesn't always have to be a show. It could be while you're out and about talking about how much you love your deep cover baker, wine bottle opener, or your slicer. I want you to give away 5 of these. Okay. Whatever you decide to make. Put it on a mini catalog. Make your own little invite on cardstock, something. All right.
If you stay a minute, I can print you the label. It doesn't have to be cut. I just couldn't find something perfect, so you'd have to just literally use scissors.
One little thing we want to talk about, we want to go over, this is something that we're kind of developing in our own way. We want to kind of go over with you some guidelines of what we want to do when we have our cooking show live, how we want things to run. Okay. So just some tips and suggestions. 1, if you can, please be on time. If you're late, come in quietly. I mean, I know because we're all friendly, we know each other, we're like, I'm fine, but that's going to disrupt whoever's doing the demo. Okay, and I'll come at you. Because when we're doing a demo, we're in show mode. Okay, so I don't know you. Okay, I don't know you. Sit next to someone you do not know, and there's a reason, because it'll keep your mouth shut. Just kidding. But sit next to someone you don't know, because if someone has a question, especially if they're new, you might be able to answer them if you're seasoned. Okay. So if you know everybody, like if it's us, try to filter yourself between, like, if you're like old and seasoned, than sit next to somebody who's maybe newer. Okay?
Because like if Amy and Laura and I are bringing guests, but we're doing the demo, we can't sit next to our person. Obviously,
Yeah.
they're up front. And so if you guys can put a sit in between them, so there's like kind of like an every other.
Yeah.
Just nice.
Yeah, filter in there.
And they don't feel awkward too if you're kind of giggling over in the corner.
Yes, and they don't get the joke. They get the joke. Yeah. Okay. When you come, get it in your head. Okay, we have to. It's hard for us sometimes to turn off the I know you and I know you and I know you kids and I know you do. We have to put ourselves in show mode. Okay. So we need you to put yourselves in guest mode. All right. So behave like you were attending a real Pampered Chef party. Okay. We are trying to recreate a true show experience. So we need everybody to act accordingly. All right, so in this situation, think about it. If you were a guest, you would know the host of the party, not necessarily the consultant, okay? And that those comments and the banter that we normally engage in as friends just is not going to help us in that. You know what I mean? Well, you know what? That's funny, like whatever. But it's like the other stuff, like like it's like I don't know, it's like comments about me and chocolate. Like it's gonna disrupt me because people at my show wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So another thing is don't, and it's hard for all of us to do this. Don't jump in with the consultant comments. Like, oh, that has a 5-year. Would you know that? Okay, no. So behave like a real guest. That's important for us because it helps us, especially with the new people. Because the whole goal of this is that we're showing them what a real show looks like without having to take them to a stranger's house. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you're asking questions, making comments, this is a really good time for you to ask that question that you're scared to be asked at a show. You know what I mean? You ask that question, is Pampered Chef a pyramid scheme? Because that's the one I have a hard time with. I know it's not, but I don't know how to explain it. So that's a good time for you guys to ask those questions that maybe you're not comfortable answering in your own shows, because we'll help you come up with an answer. Even if it stumps us, we'll figure it out together. Okay? The things you want to bring with you, pen, paper, a consultant show observation guide, you can search that, or we'll have it in our files, and a guest. Okay, a couple of do's and don'ts, and we'll post this thing too, but a couple of do's and don'ts. Those are, take notes and write down questions. Better to write your question, I always say write down. It's better to write your question down and get them answered one by one afterwards than to be like, hey, what about, or like, I was gonna ask. Write it down. Those questions. Review with us afterwards. Stay after, a few minutes after the new people filter out, because they really quick, they get scared. And stay with us and review your questions in your notes. And help us clean up. Don't act like a consultant. Don't disrupt the flow. Don't play with your cell phone. I'll hit you with it. And don't giggle with other people during the demo, unless I'm really. So does that sound doable, feasible? Does that make sense to you? I'm not trying to be like the heavy on it, but I know it's hard when we're all friends and we're consultants to turn that off. So we all have to be conscious of that, because when we bring new people in, we want them to feel welcome and not like, oh, I'm not part of this, you know, because they'll. Well, then so. Exactly, sign up to but we want to create that experience. Does that make sense? Can you think of a person you might invite with you to our next one? Okay, 5 by next Tuesday. Post it on the team page.
All right, get out. Whoever gave me a catalog, there's only 2 of you that will take it. Woo. All right, so the winner is 229. Do you have one? All right, so the winner is 229774. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Then any last minute takers, because the raffle bag gets this bag included.
I want to know.
Okay. And then was that because Kimmy got all the 3 other ones? Kimmy, do you want to show them what you got?
Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
You just in the back.
Oh yeah. Hashtag winner.
Yes. Awesome.
All right, so she got the magnet little notepad.
Oh, nice.
Calculator.
I keep a calculator in my money bag, so I don't always got my cell phone.
It's called a calculator.
Lot.
Very nice.
These are my favorite prizes.
Each stack has like,
Brownies, veggie cake.
Oh my gosh, they're so yummy.
So yummy.
Yeah.
And I got new mini catalog.
that fits in regards to and mini.
And I'm pretty for numbers.
Those are, you know what I always say? Those are season's best from seasons past. That's the vintage collection.
Yes.
And I got some new invites. So
All right. So, okay, that's the free bucket. So there's some minis in there. Becky just mailed me a bunch of, I know they're old, but you can still use them if you hand out old stuff. And then there's a bunch of old printers in here that are still current. They've been redesigned. That's it. So if you need supplies, well, everything in here I think is pretty good to go. Before you leave, you need to make sure you do your whatever we're calling it here, routine
Goal board.
Yes. So I have some little stickers in the other room that I was going to put on each month or whatever. So if you just want to check it off or mark it or whatever, that'd be great. All right. So there's a winner for the raffle bag. All right. Red ticket. Winner, chicken dinner is 628 6 4 9. Yay! All right, show us what you got.
I got this awesome bag.
That bag holds up really cute. Just so you know.
It's heavy.
I was about to take it seriously before you guys got here.
I don't have a new. I have an old
Ooh,
one. Like,
oh.
And I got a spatula or a turner.
Spatula.
Yes, serrated peeler.
Nice.
I don't have this one either.
Oh, you're doing all those Rich Reel workshops? That's the only peeler I use.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, God, yes.
I don't use another thing.
I don't have the thing in here.
That's awesome.
The urban.
Oh, I love
Ooh.
that. Uses that product. If you've never made the pasta visual, it's the use and care recipe that comes with the Dutch Oven Rock. It's fabulous. And you put rosemary in that thing.
Yes.
I have a lavender honey ice cream recipe.
What?
I'll make it sometime.
Yes, you will.
But
Yes, you will.
and I demonstrate.
We won't let you in the door. I mean, like, where's the ice cream?
Some minis and a couple of them.
Nice.
Thank you guys.
All right, here's the word on the corn. Street corn. Came back, finally.
Okay.
All right, so Lori Garza Carl to rescue.
Oh, there you go.
You'll find this kind of corn for sale on street corners and little fruit stands. Initially on cobbed corn, roasted and dressed with different flavors. Eventually, corn in a cup with similar flavors was born in the U.S. With the popularity of food trucks, etc., it's now trendy to eat from street vendors. I bet you got that from food vendors. It does not sound
She's
like
probably like, let me Google that for you.
Yeah.
And it says, then she wrote, by the way, all right, foodies, help me. ELOTE in quiet quotes, elote version
I don't
is
know.
lime, chili, mayo, and Parmesan. Think they subbed yogurt for healthier version and added red pepper for color.
Huh.
You may speak Spanish, elote? I don't know.
I'm Googling it.
All right, thank you.
It's corn on the cob.
That's
Corn on the cob is ELOTE.
Yeah.
Oh.
really,
E-L.
but it's like a Spanish Mexican.
That's weird.
Okay. What was Mrs. Doubtfire's name? Do you know?
Angeline.
Mrs. Doubt.
Euphigenia.
Yes.
Okay, so as I was clicked off of where Lori had commented, the post above it is one of my hostesses' parties, and somebody is going, and her name is Eugenia. And I was like, is that Mrs. Doubtfire? She got on her
It says, yeah,
Look.
a popular street food in Mexico, corn on the cob.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Where's Lori Garza Carl?
She's,
located? Is she down
Texas,
there?
I
Okay.
think.
See, I knew somebody would pipe up.
Yeah, aren't you in your downline somewhere?
Well, she's like a sister group.
Okay.
Okay.
Christina.
Okay.
Christina Bailey.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. See?
Interesting.
Hi, Miss Lori.
Oh,
Amy and
So
Christina
it's
are
important.
back sisters
Yeah, I know,
because
right?
they have the same back issues. All right. Well, wait a minute. Oh, challenge stuff. Let's look. Okay, so make sure you turn in your name tag on the dining room table.
Sorry,
Yeah, I'm gonna get those too. Put your name tags over there. I can't remember why I wrote that this time and not other time.
people take them home.
Maybe, I don't know. All right, and then the evals. Here's our thought on the evals. You guys are writing people's names down here that you should have. You say potential consultants you're working with, and you had those names written down. Some of you put names on there, some of you don't. Those are the people we want you to bring cooking show live. Right? Is that what we wanted to say about that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, and if you could please do the eval and not just like take it home with you, that would be great so that we know what to follow up with you on. We're not real good mind readers. We try. Make sure you're still sharing your post show, your app, and your Wahoos.
And now your sample post?
Now your sample post. I'm going to add that on here. Sample post. All right, so your March challenge was...
And 5 invitations to our cooking
All right,
show
so
live.
yeah, so you have to do 5 invites to CSL. And then I also wanted to ask, if everyone I think that's here has done a piece of paper that's up here. If not, we need to make sure. Where are you currently? So let's just say Megan, I looked at you first. Megan has 2 shows. So you want 2 shows and 750 in sales. Where are you right now? Do you have any shows in your book for March?
Oh yeah, March I have 3 catalog shows out.
Okay, so you've met that goal.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what I want you to know. I want you to look at this. Whatever your goal is that you wrote up here, have you met it? Are you on target for March? Are you on target to meet it?
Okay.
If you don't, think how many shows do you have? How many shows do you want according to what you've written here? And what are you going to do about it? So on your eval form, it does ask, it does say I have blank cooking shows scheduled this month, and my target is blank. So like Megan would say, I have 3 this month, and however many you have for April, but my target is 2 per month. So obviously she's met her goal.
Check that box.
Check. Not quite, because I look back in last month I did 0, so I'm adding last month to this month.
Very good.
Okay,
Star
right,
for
I like
you.
that.
So now you're doing 4, so you're 1 short.
Yes.
Okay, there you go.
It's so good though. That's
I
good.
like it.
That's good.
And if you could, if there's something topic-wise that we haven't covered recently, or you need to be refresher on, you can write that down there, because last month I had somebody who put Facebook parties on there, and they didn't know the Facebook party group existed on Facebook. So if there's something that you need a little help with, there could be a whole group dedicated to it, with like 11,000 consultants in it, that could totally help us both. There are. I turned off my notifications.
Me too.
Although I do like the group app. Those of you who have
Gosh,
the
I
group,
keep forgetting to do that.
the group, there's an
Doing
app
it
called
right now.
Groups in the App Store. And so kind of like you have the Facebook Messenger as a separate app, there's an app called Groups.
iPhone, Android, or just
I don't know if it's both, but like I can show you on my page here, like it just brings up all the groups that I'm in and tells me how many notifications there are, if I have them turned on, I think. So this is a quick little review. And what's really nice, if you go to like Performance Foodies.
I searched groups. I got groups, and I got Facebook and Infinity Blade.
Oh.
Is that it? Is that the right one? Groups? Look at it. Doesn't look like what you told me before, I don't think.
No, that's like grouping your
Yeah, it says Facebook groups.
Facebook groups.
Oh,
Yes,
maybe I
right?
should have searched that. That looks more like it, I think.
Yeah, groups, Facebook groups. Yes, it's that little blue bubble thing.
Okay, thanks. I was like, yeah, I didn't recognize it.
So what I like too is it shows everybody's faces across the top, the little circles, and then there's a green circle by you if you're online. So I know if you're on there. So like if I wanted to talk to you, that'd be like fun or whatever. So
I don't know, mine says I'm online like all the time, because my husband's constantly like, what the hell are you doing up at 2 a.m.? And I'm like, I'm sleeping, just because my phone is on.
yes, just
Right.
because
That's
yes.
that too.
Do not disturb. That is a great feature.
Yep.
So okay, so I think raffle bags, 3 prizes, product, freebie basket. I think I've covered everything. Anybody else have anything they need to add? Questions, concerns? Oh, I guess one of the other save the dates that I did not put on here because I just remembered it is I did create an invite for this already. Home office is coming May 18th. I know. Well, the one up part of it is a Monday. 18th a Monday. 19th is a Tuesday. So part of it is like one day into the next day. Like I think it's Monday night and then it's Tuesday morning for directors. So there is an event already. I think I already added us to it. Maybe I haven't added you guys, but I've created it. But you have to register. You have to register through the home office link.
Is anybody going to Belinda in Richmond?
No, I saw that. I have a show.
It's on a Monday.
Is it?
It's on Monday, and it's from like 6 to 10
p.m.
Maybe you had a show on Tuesday.
So I know that's a little hard because that pretty much requires you to get a hotel room.
Yeah.
Now I have a friend in Richmond that I'm planning to stay with. So, but other than that, it's
wait,
totally
is it
free.
this coming Monday?
No. It's not this week. It's the 23rd, maybe like that. When's our cooking show live?
The 24th. So is it the 23rd?
Okay, yeah, it's the
23rd.
23rd.
And it's free.
Yes, and if you need information, if you're not already connected to Belinda,
Why don't you send it to me and then I'll add it to the meeting notes?
Okay. Because
I think I got her email, but I can't remember if I sent it out or not. 6 p.m. And she's trained at home office. She does a lot of things online. She's a good one.
she's been around a long time, and if you've never had training from her, I highly recommend it. I don't know that this is going to be like new material. So if you've already seen her, it's always a good refresher. But if you've never seen her, she's fabulous.
What's the other lady that's getting ready to come back this way?
Eileen.
Yeah,
you messaged about that.
Yes, Eileen. I don't remember when her training is.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about this. So I don't have to do it.
There you go. Yeah, Eileen's bought an
local?
RV, and she's doing something in an RV.
I know.
Yeah, like she's doing the meeting like in the Cracker Barrel parking lot.
Yeah.
In the parking lot?
Yeah, like she's got an RV.
Yeah.
You can eat dinner first, and then come into the RV for her training.
How crazy
I didn't look into that.
And I think it was if you're gonna attend both of them, it's $30, but only one is $20. Like there was 2 sections. I do remember looking at that.
I want to go just because I like Cracker Barrel.
So I don't remember what date that was with Eileen Meckley.
I don't know either.
I'll look at that too. Okay. Because when you show up, you go up.
Bro.
Whatever. They go for it.
Yourself,
No.
If you have any cups or plates or whatever, come in the trash can.
Okay. All right. So on the group chat, then do I let it send me notifications?
Yeah, because it just goes in that little red bubble on the thing.
Okay.
Like it doesn't like email me or anything.
Thank you. Yes, I'll take your email. Name tag on the table. Name tag on the table.
Clapper bag.
Clapper bag is it was green, so just put it on the fireplace.
Right here. I have the clapper bag. I'm sorry. I totally blanked out on that. I got the clapper bag. I'll take your clapper.
Kind of clean up.
I'll take your eval.
I know. It's just not even.
Thank you.
It's whatever director's in charge.
300.
Mine was station style.
Why?
You shouldn't do that.
I do it the one
donated to an event
The whole thing came out. I got a hot for the bag.
I'm sorry.
And then like I can hold a whole lot of the containers
girl.
full of the glitter.
I put some stuff in the jars today.
Awesome.
The way to put their stats cards in there.
If you'd like, I'm gonna sit these.
I think that's what we have been doing.
I'm getting
Yes.
too old for this.
Oh.
Bend down. Whatever. Oh.
Here, what I'll do is I'll bring them over there.
Yeah, I didn't realize you
I don't wonder where she is this morning.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of cool.
Good thing I have extra tote bag tonight.
Groups out today.
Everything out of there where I'm not going to use them. Gotta go.
everybody should be grabbing up. Please join us with the recruiting challenge. Just saying.
Is it just this?
Say what? That everybody should be grabbing up to join us in here.
Yeah.
No,
What?
no, whatever.
Just that day that I watched the laundry.
The day that I washed the laundry, the one day.
It doesn't even last a full day. I just did it on Sunday and today's Tuesday. And I already looked at the time.
I do laundry every day. Sundays, 2 loads. Mondays are sheets, Tuesday are towels, Wednesdays
I
roll.
have a husband.
I like the new inserts.
My husband
They're
was
gonna be 50%
here.
off soon too.
I don't
I
want to
could go
discuss it. I
a couple
just very
days and it'd be
politely
fine.
clicked
I don't get it.
whole package today.
He wears a uniform to work, so I'm in the same.
I
I
just,
don't have it. What's on the host though?
I'm like, I need the whole kit. Just do it.
The small one. I don't have the small one.
I want to do that salad.
I'm
And potatoes have the summer in it.
I'm doing it this Saturday. I'm doing the Mexican corn pop for the Saturday.
Uh-huh. Okay, I think do I have the old invitations? I don't know. No, I wonder where my children are. They get tired of you sending them out of the room.
Well, you can't
Ouch.
get. No reason you're gonna be a smart comment. No, I was like.
Hey, how are you?
Those blueberry cream things. That was so good.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know? I think so. I don't know what I would put in between them.
Right.
I'm not sure where I'm going to store them. Right now, I was keeping them in the box.
Oh. Well, I think it should have storage space.
Yes, it's my island.
Yeah.
And that's what I don't want to do with the new stones that I have either. Because they, I don't know. That's why they're in my office.
I couldn't figure out how to. Yeah.
Tiffany.
I'm just saying. Do something else. That's not real. I can put it in the event.
Tiffany.
Are you going to bingo tomorrow? Do you think maybe not? I think it's 6%. Yes. Because my children, if they don't see your daughter here real soon, they're going to be choosing it.
So my mom sent me email number 3. Are they keeping big? Are they keeping big? Yeah.
Do you need a dog, Alexis?
See, Alexa sent Jay a picture and saying, "Look at this dog," like making it seem like she got
I
it.
was like, look what we got.
Do you need a dog? I have one you can have. I'm not shitting you.
So
Right
he's
now.
like dead set on getting my child a puppy when he returns.
I have a dog you can have right now. She's already 2 and she's good with kids.
I already had a beagle. They're loud and crazy.
No, it's not a beagle. It's my dog Sally.
It's time for bed. Come let the dog
Awesome.
down here.
Bedtime.
Go to bed.
She killed a peacock. Yeah, so we can't have her. Yeah.
What is she?
She's a mutt. She's
Yes,
probably got
they
loud.
all
She
emailed
may have
Is she big though?
Rottweiler.
We want to.
Yeah, she's big.
Did you? Are you?
No, because I have the.
Jen Shark really wants her, but her husband's like, no.
Oh, do y'all make up the time then? Oh, they're just adding minutes a day.
Mary? Oh, Mary was. I was like, Mary wasn't here. She was on the thing.
Oh, we get 24 extra minutes for like 2 months. Yeah. Oh crap! I think it is the 4th month. Like after day 100. Oops, sorry.
So you're good.
Yeah, and then if you're active, also, you can order any product. And
Yeah.
And then that was
Cool.
my seal. Okay. So you were thinking because you may this may be like your
Yeah. Yeah.
I have that, and then you get it. So you're getting that.
So it's not when it's
Would you like a piece of tortilla? Go away. Go to bed. Here.
they're not, well, I don't get where to
Here we go.
No!
I'm sorry. Everything y'all do is very useful. I learn something every time, but I can't think
I
about
gotcha.
anything.
You're not having a good day.
I'm not having any. I can't
It's
think.
okay.
I can't see. And I mean, it was even worse trying to see. I don't know what the problem is. I couldn't even see when I held it out.
Oh my goodness. You need a day off is what you need. To sleep.
My eyes are killing me. But like I said, it could be worse.
Okay.
It could be worse. I'm
Okay.
fine. But it's like, told Ed, I said, I'm going to go there. I haven't done nothing. I've done nothing.
Still coming. Still coming.
I've done nothing. I said, I can't even get
Well,
scatterbrained.
This happens, I swear, it happens to me every February. I'm done. Like every February.
Oh, I'm
it's
not done.
No, but I mean, it's
yeah.
just like everything crashes down, and I feel like I can't find my way out of it. And I really think it is.
Not yet.
I think when, if we can get past this,
I'm like,
it'll
oh,
start
no.
to straighten out.
I think if we seen the sun, it would be, even if it was cold, I saw the
Right,
sun.
right. I know.
Oh, it's supposed to be 70 tomorrow. There's still not going to be any sun.
Yeah,
But
I
I
know
take
it's snow
70.
next day.
I'm taking 70%.
Yeah.
Don't snow. Snow while I'm asleep and be gone before I wake up because I don't want